Hello, everybody, and welcome. We've got a game ready for you. Team Spirit versus Team Ence. It's the final game of the night. It has been a long day at parts. We've had a little bit of a break to shout out our sponsors and get ourselves ready for this. We're on Inferno. The knife has just gone down, and we're going to be getting into the action very soon. My name is Mitch, and with me is Dean. I'm no longer a robot. I'm concealing my cybonic form. How you doing today, Dean?
I'm good. I'm kind of sad you're not a cyborg anymore, though, because I had some good explanations. We were saying you were born as a cyborg, you're only finally embracing it, and really the chat were making you feel bad with how they were talking about you. So it's
Used to it.
2019, guys. No, but
It's
yeah,
29. Come on, guys.
I'm excited for this game. I think this is going to be a good one. Ence, of course, they just had a game up against VP a couple of moments ago, and they got a pretty convincing victory. They were up 10-1 at one point. I can't remember what it actually ended at, but yeah, they were looking very, very strong indeed. And of course, they've come off the back of a great run at the major pretty recently. So I'm excited to see if they can keep it up. There's some rumors about roster changes, etc. So I don't know maybe if that's going to be a factor coming into this matchup. But of course, on paper against Spirit, they definitely are the favorites.
Absolutely on form right now, and I mean taking a break from a couple of their scheduled games, but they're gracing us with their presence here to take down Spirit, or so they hope. Making their way towards the A bomb site with a little bit of utility. Not yet connecting any kills there. We're going to see a little bit of a passive play on the bomb side. Alu catching the rotations down through Banana, takes one and looks for a second, but the short control ultimately swings to Spirit as they go in for this retake 3v3. They've got the USPs in full health on every player, but combined with that, they've got a kit to work with.
Yeah, definitely still a doable retake here. Nice little flash goes in for them to begin to push forward, but the problem is Ariel and X7 are ready on the Glocks, and it's cleaned up so quickly. The final kill onto Sumda Young coming out of the balcony does indeed put a stop to things. Ence are going to pick up that opening pistol. And with that now, we would imagine that Team Spirit likely to just go ahead and take that eco into this one. A bit of utility actually being purchased up, and eventually some Kevlar as well. I've said this before that I don't really mind the force buy on Inferno of all maps, because if you're going to go for the force buy, get a lot of utility out on the back of those pistols, then it does give you a pretty good chance considering those choke points. And also it means even if you do lose the force buy, that going into round number 4, when you get that buy, you will get pretty much everything you want. And if you go ahead and take the eco and buy into round 3, sure, you get the weapons, but as I said, with how important utility is, you'll be left down to very little in comparison to what you really would want to work with. Apparently the robot's back, Mitch.
Yeah, I've heard. Discord's not liking us today, Dean.
We're rebooting Terminator over here.
Yeah, that doesn't need to happen. The more recent ones were enough of a tragedy. They gave away the plot twist in one of their in the poster of the movie. What the hell was that about?
I did not hear about that.
You didn't even need to see the movie. It literally showed the whole, like, there was a massive... It would have been cool, but they ruined it. It killed me.
I mean, saving people money.
Exactly, yeah. I didn't even see the movie. I know exactly what happened in the trailer and the poster. But let's see what's going to happen on this B push. Smoke goes down. We've got access towards that B bomb site for Ence already. Chopperish looking to chop down some players. He does take X7 down. That nade's going to do quite a bit of damage as well. Ariel down to 68. But Spirit's still looking pretty disadvantaged coming into this.
Yeah, this is a little bit awkward. They did, of course, go for that boost and kind of just gave up the bomb site. And when you only have the pistols, that's probably not the ideal way. Normally, you want to have a couple players on the bomb site, at least give a chance for the pistols to hold it down rather than setting up for a retake. And as we can see, an easy cleanup so far. Sergey able to find one, build up some extra money on the MP5. Sure, Sumda Young finds one, but he's pretty much trapped in construction at this point. I don't think there's much chance of him really saving, and he's likely just going to feed more money to Sergey. And indeed he does. It's only Coldy that's left to try and actually carry over that CZ. And he will indeed be able to do so, as we see Ence all exiting through that CT spawn. They want to make sure they actually save these 3 remaining weapons and don't take any more damage. So they are going to be able to do so. This should be just a full eco from Spirit. The CZ likely being all they really have to work with. Bar, of course, we see Idis Balance actually pulls out a Zeus.
The Zeus in play. Let's see how that's going to be rolling. Just bounce over towards A. I think he's going to be in the up close and apps. Scary position to push against the Zeus. There's not a whole lot to work with here for Spirit. You can see, you know, a Deagle, a CZ in play. A little bit of utility. For the most part, it's Ence steamroll on them, you'd imagine. X7 leading the charge. SMG in hand towards the apartments. Trying to take out some players. Trying to get some money built up. Well, when they find the opening, I mean, they do lose X7. Somewhat of a negative for them, but it is only an SMG at the end of the day, and you can see Coldy didn't get a whole lot done with it. Narrowly avoids getting naded to death. And what are they really going to be able to manage in a retake here? Low HP on one player, 2 SP is on the other. I think Coldy, you know, he can go for a save, but all he's really saving is the armor.
Yeah, definitely worth for Coldy to save the Kevlar. I don't know if it's too important really for that MP5 to be carried over. Likely they'll probably want to upgrade to the rifle in this upcoming round anyway. But I guess they are just going to hold off for now. Chopper was looking to see if he could take down one maybe on the exit, but didn't really work out for him. He falls, as does Idis Balance. That leaves just Coldy. Again, he's able to save the Kevlar. At least that's going to give him the rifle alongside pretty much the full utility set. And it does slightly boost up their buy coming into this first gun round. But they need to start making it work now. Ence leading 3-0 early on there. Of course, on the T side of Inferno. Coming off the back of a very dominant victory over VP as well. And it seems like they're definitely carrying that momentum and also the confidence over into their play here up against Team Spirit so far.
Oh, the danger's lurking. Chopper's ready to get a kill with the AUG, just about manages it. Not a bad start for the CT side. They do end up giving up banana control though.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll be too worried. They already got the man advantage at least. Chopper had a chance to take more than one kill there, in all honesty, but of course the flames from the Molotov kind of obstructing his vision. It took him a while to even begin to shoot on the first. But yeah, they'll be happy. 5-on-4 early on. It's a decent position for them. But again, the way they're actually playing B is they're willing to completely give up the bomb site. They're playing for the retake. They just put Softstick up on the boost. And then they also have Chopper in towards the CT spawn. So a good smoke being put down. And if they clear that boost effectively, then they likely will find the B bomb site.
No smokes going down. Oh, but Ariel walks in and owns the B-bomb site. Ence get an easy bomb plant. And Spirit now, I mean, the save is on the cards. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't even move off the save bomb site. You want to just bring those weapons to the next round and see what you can do there. Because right now, there's not a whole lot of chance for these boys. Especially a retake on B. Sure, Ence don't have a lot of utility left, but you're in a 3v4. You don't want to be rushing in for that.
Oh, Coldy's in trouble. I don't know if he's going to be able to save. He's in a pretty tough position. He has to try and actually cover off his teammates dropping into the pit as well, so not going to be easy. He does actually take down X7, who's willing to go, of course, and try and take these down. There's plenty of money for Ence, but they actually don't find anything at all. And they end up losing a couple of players in the process. So it is going to be at least a little bit of damage being found. Those kills as well, and all 3 weapons being saved over, of course, means they can drop rifles to Softstick and Chopper. But of course, Ence are currently sitting at a 4-0 lead here on the T side of Inferno. And if Team Spirit don't start putting a stop to this roll that they've got going on early on, then it's definitely going to be a troublesome matchup for them.
Yeah, indeed. There could be danger lurking around every corner for the CT side. If you can't manage to get a grip on your economy early on the CT side, you know, it just gets so hard to come back into maps, especially if you've already allowed the T side to build up so many rounds. And you can see that not only are the rounds building up for Ence, but also their economy. Ariel has 9.1k to work with. And sure, Alexi B's not looking too good, but you know, you can always drop over and get an easy full buy in the next round. Still get the AWP onto Alu. I don't know. This is, you know, we need to see a lot from Team Spirit in this round. If they don't manage to clock up a win here, things get scary.
Oh, and Sergey actually catches the aggression from Chopper. Pushing forward, of course, the smoke was put down on top of Banana as well, so he couldn't really get any help from his teammate. So there was pretty much zero chance of a trade coming in. And as you can see, a 5-on-4 in play. Sure, Young gets one on the corner of long. But again, the trade comes back in effectively. Alu actually catches the aggression on second mid. And that's the A-bomb site just completely open. Softic, he's the next one to try and push forward. He's the last one as well as he comes from Arch. But he's going to be walking into a bit of a crossfire that's currently set up. Sure, he does manage to actually escape away, but will he expect Sergey to be waiting in towards B? Seems like he was at least being cautious of it, but not really able to do much about it. Instantly take it down, 5-0 for Ence. As the Finns are making it look fairly easy so far.
Indeed, they are. You know what song needs to be played in the background now? The hot new release. Look, moving to 5-0. I think that Ence certainly look a little bit unstoppable at the moment. Team Spirit not putting up too much of a fight for the most part, but some die young. Make sure that X7's life is short-lived as he opens that up. Chopperish loses a bit of HP towards the B bomb side, but it's not a huge deal, really. Still with the man advantage in play, holding over towards B on the coffins. He even actually rotates into dark. Molotovs could be pretty dangerous against him. Cody's looking to escape with his life on the A-bomb side as well. The problem with that is now they're going to stick with 3 players on A because they don't have a lot of info towards B, and they've just spotted a player on A with a one-man advantage. You can't really afford to get the rotations rolling. And so now as they push in towards B, there's only 2 players there. Chopperish, low HP with the AWP towards the back of the bomb site, is in danger as he gets wall banged down. Again, Alu getting the bomb plant. Cody thinking about spamming on through, decides not to. So we have a 3v3 retake on our hands.
Ariel, though, actually in a really good spot. Yeah, he's going to cut off this rotation and take down Idis Balance. That means now, of course, the remaining 2 players, they have to be somewhat cautious at the flank, and it likely means they're going to speed up this retake as well. The problem is, Alu on the off is just too quick, finds both of them as they try and emerge from construction. And that's 6-0. Just Ence continue to rake up this lead for themselves. They're actually on a double up setup now on the T side. Will they keep it is the question. It looks like they may just indeed do so, as it's only going to be pistols in this one for Team Spirit. They at least have the full loss bonus, of course, more than built up at this point. They've had it for a while, so they are able to pull out pistols and also a decent amount of utility. 5 grenades, and with how quick Ence have been going, this could be a good counter to actually do quite a lot of damage. It looks like it may just be able to do some, not quite as much as they would have been hoping for, as Ence do kind of slow it down towards the ramp initially, perhaps expecting those HEs.
If Team Spirit win this round, all I can say is does not compute. As you know, they're coming into this with very little CZs and armor. Definitely their best hope. Lots of close range angles on Inferno up for grabs. But Ence are taking it slow. They're not going to allow themselves to be cut off by any pistol or just mowed down. Inching their way towards A. They've already made it into CT spawn where Chopperish gets shut down. Now it's CT open. The rotation should come through to B, but Sergey, he doesn't want to wait. Just shooting players through the smokes. Why not?
Yeah, this should be another pretty much free kill rather coming in there on the Coley. That opens up B completely, and this round is over and done with already. 7-0 about to be the scoreline, it seems. Some of the young and Idis Balance, they're over on A, but again, there is a little bit of a rotation being left. Ence of them is pretty much every time. X7's just holding for it, and he should have a pretty easy time taking those down. And actually, I think he may have some contact soon. You can see Sundai Young is just kind of hanging around in Boiler. If he pushes forward, he could maybe give up a weapon. So you can see he is being cautious. He knows, of course, that Team Spirit don't actually have any rifles, so he's not really too worried about trying to hunt them down. He is instead just holding and waiting for them to make the mistake and peek him. Ooh, nice little pixel angle shot from X7.
Yeah, that was beautiful. He had his crosshair set up as well. He was ready for it. Like Spirit 7-0 down. I mean, even Brazil wouldn't be happy with this score. I think 2 ops coming into play. Better late than never. I don't know. You know, at this point, 7 rounds over to Ence on Inferno T side, considering 7 out of 7. They're feeling so good about how they're about how they're playing right now. I don't see a situation. Oh, I've just spotted X7's logo. That's beautiful. He is Cthulhu. Oh my lord. Disbalance has just shut the whole team down on Banana, yet somehow Ariel's still getting that bomb planted. An atrocious smoke. Not blocking anything off. I think it was blocked, a body block. Team Spirit have to come in for the retake here, and this isn't ideal. I'm surprised Ariel hasn't taken the op off of X7, but then again, we've seen X with some huge plays like this before. Ariel on the huge wrap coming around through the CT spawn, and that Molotov's delayed them for just long enough. They're pushing towards the bomb site. There is no way they expect him to be here.
Oh god, this is bad. Yeah, free kill on the Coldy. This one's over and done with, I think, at this point. Softic, maybe if he had a nade, he could have tossed it in and just went straight for the defuse, but not going to happen. Ariel, he won't survive, but that's not really a big deal considering he ends the round with 16,000 in the bank. A0, Ence already halfway to the finish line and taking a round there that they really had no right doing so. That definitely shouldn't have come in for them. Balance put up a great hold on Banana, was able to hold it down and give them such an advantage. And of course, Ariel on 3 health. He comes in and just cleans up. He's sitting at 10-1 right now as well, topping the scoreboard quite convincingly. As we see another buy from Team Spirit, but it's not perfect. A couple of MP9s in play. They have a decent amount of utility at least. That is a positive. But they haven't been able to pick up a single round so far. So any weakness you see in the buy just makes things more difficult for them.
Well, we always say, look, at least it's Inferno. At least it's, you know, the SMG's pistols. They have a very good chance at taking some kills, winning some duels in Inferno on the CT side because there's so many close-range angles on offer. So much potential for them here that you don't see on a lot of other maps where they're kind of forced into taking long-range. And backed up with an AWP on Disbalance, there's certainly a lot of ways this can go wrong. We saw him get a 3k in the previous round, yet somehow they still don't walk away with the victory. Let's see what he can manage this time, as Alexi B is already eliminated. He won't be leading anybody in this round, unless it's to the grave. Some Young over the smoke takes down X7. And a 2-man advantage ensues for the disadvantaged team.
Yeah, looks like they should finally be able to pick up a round win, but we can't count out Ariel and Sergey. Of course, they are both very capable players, but it is now just left to Sergey. Ariel, although he did find one, was quickly taken down by the offer. And Coldy from Pick going to be able to finish off the final frag to finally allow for Team Spirit to put a round on the board. But can they keep that up consistently? Of course, Ence built up so much money throughout those past 8 rounds that they're not going to have any trouble buying into this one. It leaves them with a decent amount of money as well afterwards. They probably would be able to get a buy because Ariel could drop over and you can see Sergey and Alu could buy for themselves. So it is going to have to be at least 2 more rounds, you'd imagine, for Team Spirit in a row before they can really begin to get their feet on the ground in this matchup. Oh, and you like that?
Dynamite.
That's straight up confidence. That's an Alu play right there.
Yeah, but he's been so good with the op so far. I mean, the 3 PC he found 2 rounds ago. He's constantly finding openings for this team. That's the 2nd time in a row he's found the opening kill in a round. Chopperish eventually follows through with the US. And, you know, this was a huge... Still is a huge opportunity for them, I suppose, if they can close it out. We could definitely see Team Spirit having no money for the next round. You know, they would be torn apart by the loss bonus, forced down to some weaker weapons again, and Ence would once again be the standout favorites coming into a round. But, I don't know. Sodfic holding down on the AWP finds a double, and that's exactly why we doubted Ence's ability to come back into it. With an 8-2, I mean, still, look, the thing is, it's hard for Spirit to close out this half because Ence can just continually build these rounds, you know, fight into these rounds with the loss bonus, with the money built up. The thing is, like, even if they do manage to bring it 8-7, then it's still not the best scoreline for them.
yeah, no matter what, Ence are going to be happy with those 8 rounds on the T side. But of course, considering they've had such a kind of convincing start, they definitely will want to be able to find more, at least bring it up to double digits. And this round not really being the greatest of starts for them. Again, the quick opening frag comes in. Idis Balance, he's been a player that really has been able to actually give some hope in this game so far for Team Spirit. And if he can keep that up, you definitely can't count them out. Some of the young able to find one as they come from balcony. The problem is Ariel going to be there with a quick trade. 4 versus 2 now in play. And I was going to say, maybe they had a bit of a chance there as they cut that mid-aggression, but pretty instantaneously from that point forward, all the frags came in for Team Spirit. And it looks like Ence finally are going to be forced to take an eco. This should be Team Spirit having a relatively easy time in this round. This is where they can really start building up some money. Well, Ence have invested quite a lot. They got 5 nades as well, so that could be dangerous considering Team Spirit have been looking to get aggressive for the opening kill in pretty much every round. Ooh, nades have returned. Oh yeah, lots of damage from both sides. Softic goes down. Chopper gonna only actually be able to find one before he falls. And Alexi B chancing his luck there with a flying CZ. Not gonna connect the shots, but he will at least make his way across to the pit. And potentially to the bomb site. As Sergey, he needs this frag on behind, and indeed he shuts down the flank. That gives them the A bomb site if they want it. The problem is X7 with the bomb falls. Sumda Young just about hangs on for life with 1 HP. The nade from Idis Balance finishes off Alu, and now it's all onto Sergey. A 1v2 for him to try and clutch out.
It's a difficult one facing into an AWP straight away. And Idis Balance proves exactly why. Walking away with another round. Team Spirit are starting to close in this gap. The question is, how much longer can they keep this up? They're suffering losses. The reinvestments are starting to cost them. If Ence can manage to clock up a round and bring this into a guaranteed 9-6 for them, at worst, I mean, they're just so heavily advantaged to close it out. And now with 5 AKs and utility, they looked for early banana control, but nade returns by Team Spirit. Stop that aerial through the wall, takes down Sumda Young as Chopperish returns, again opening it up on Banana with that AUG. And actually, he's going to push down. Team Spirit suspect an A hit, and they're completely right. As the rotations begin around towards the A bomb site, it's a 3-man stack here. Aggression from Coldy. He finds 2, maybe a 3rd. There it is. X7, 1v3, and his position is known with the bomb down.
Team Spirit now have really just begun to get themselves right back into this game. If they bring this up to 7 rounds, they're going to be really happy with how that has gone. It'd be a great recovery, and then they have, of course, also the momentum that they'd be looking to try and carry on to the second half. And if they are able to do so and pick up the pistol, then likely they'd actually be putting themselves into the lead. But this is getting a little bit tough now for Ence. They've invested heavily into this round as well, into the majority of players. Sergey keeps some money, as does Alexi B, or at least he was thinking of doing so. Eventually goes on to the Mach 10. So a couple of AKs and a UMP and a Mach 10 alongside a CZ in play. Definitely not ideal for Ence, but it still gives them a chance to try and get something done in this round. But if it doesn't work out, then they're likely facing an eco unless they find a bomb plant. So, well, they wouldn't be able to eco, of course. They'd have to buy up, but it definitely wouldn't be an ideal buy yet again. So I'm kind of against this buy, in all honesty. I would like to have seen them maybe just get some pistols and body armor so they could do the damage and then look to try and get that 9th round on the half.
Well, with how the last couple of rounds have gone, you'd certainly rather them save up for a full buy than... This is a kind of confidence play we'll see teams come in with. Let's see if it works out for them. Already moving towards the bomb site, and they've opened it up completely. Alu goes through a Molotov to find the kill onto Idis Balance, and a high-impact player for the CT side so far. But he has no opportunity in this round as we're into a 3 versus 2. Team Spirit got a retake on their hands towards that A bomb site.
Yeah, this is not going to be easy for them. Softic does at least have a defuse kit for them to work with. 1 smoke as well was in play. That's already gone down. It allows for Chopper to close in the distance, and he actually finds one. Softic comes in with a quick trade as well, eventually after Chopper falls, and now it's only 1 to find. Up close on short though, Sergey. He actually doesn't go for the peak, doesn't show his position. He knows that he's not on the bomb as well. Softic, the time's becoming an issue when he goes down. It's going to be the force boy working out for Ence just about. Sergey, sure he doesn't save the op, but that's a 9th for Ence, putting them in a great position now. And you can see actually Team Spirit didn't build up much money at all throughout those past 5 rounds. Look how weak their economy is. They're only going to be able to get out a couple of ops, one M4. And elsewhere, it's going to be an SMG, a pistol, and very little utility to actually be able to get those rifles out.
Well, look, with 9-5 on the score line, things are good for Ence, whether they come out on top here. With Idis Balance eliminated, traded out, and Op is picked up for Sergey. This man looks to find a kill towards CT. Nade in, that's going to deal down. Chopperish down to 60. Has got himself a CZ, but Alu on the A bomb site. Bomb starts to rotate now. That's good for Ence. They know they found kills on B. They know the rotations are coming in. There's only one player now towards the A bomb site. The flash offers some opportunities. I think that was a T side flash, but it almost allowed Sundai Young to open up short completely. It doesn't work. So we are 3 versus 2 with Team Spirit falling behind, certainly coming in for the retake. The AWP's position now known. I'd be surprised if he gets away with anything. Realistically, it's all on Chopperish coming in on a Mac 10. Sotfik peeking a little bit early as well. Oh! A no-scope by Sotfik. He's recovered this round. A 10-second defuse, though. No kit. X7 comes in and finds the kill. And so 10-5, we finish things. A huge round by Ence.
Yeah, and then with a 10-5 half, they're going to be pretty happy with how things went, all things considered. I think Team Spirit, though, they'll be in they're somewhat happy. They were able to pull it back up to 5 rounds after they were looking to be in a much more dire position. Problem is, if they don't pick up the second pistol round, then you don't really give them too much chance of being able to make the comeback happen. And of course, now they're on the T side, where even with that pistol, it is going to be an uphill battle. But I feel like that was to be expected after they went down 8-0 no matter what.
How much can you expect from Team Spirit on the T side of they've shown us that they've got the individuality. They've certainly had their aim shine through at times. And the individuals, I mean, especially Idis Balance, he's been the standout player for me so far on that AWP. But now they have to change that playstyle, play more aggressive, and it's worked. You know, we've seen Coldy on the aggression on the CT side coming through with some huge plays as well. But Ence on the CT side of Inferno is not a team that I want to be facing, especially not with a 5-round disadvantage and already opening up Banana. No losses to even be taken in this round at all, as Alexi B with 3 HP closes the round. 11-5, pistol won by Ence. And I mean, if Spirit won that, you could definitely see the comeback happen. It wouldn't even be that much of a comeback at that point. 10-7, you're on your way. But now it's an uphill battle. What was uphill now becomes quite a mountain to traverse.
Yeah, it's going to be so tough for them. This should be the 12th round, of course, for Ence pretty easily. They're only up against pretty much Glock, just the one Deagle that was invested into, but I don't know how much that's really going to amount to. Idis Balance actually invested quite a lot to get that out as well, so not looking great. Already 1 kill comes in, a good bit of damage. They have the players pinned down pretty much everywhere across the map, and look how aggressive they're getting. This is so much confidence, but of course also getting this aggressive can lead to issues. Idis Balance is making the Deagle work. Hang on, you can't count them out right now. Team Spirit definitely living up to their name and showing some fighting spirit, even in rounds when you can't really expect too much from them. And oh my god, stop peeking them. They're just giving them these chances. Why are they going for one-by-one fights? It's very strange. Sergey, luckily enough on the auto shot, he's going to come in and save the day, but that's a lot closer than it should have been.
This is the chance for Spirit to come into things with the AKs. They need to do it here. Like, if they let things get any further out of hand, the chances of winning this just plummet. Opening things up with 2 kills, a third almost for some. Things are looking good for Spirit. Remember, and don't have a whole lot of money. Their investment now sees them only with a UMP and an auto shotgun to back up Alexi B on the AWP. And so that man advantage is very valuable for Spirit. As they're spread out, they're still not looking to push a bomb. This could be a little bit dangerous. It offers the potential for Ence to find some kills without trades. I think we need to see them group up now and focus towards a bomb site.
Oh, look at Sergey, though. He's still pushing forward. He's pushed up all the way in the apartments right now. I don't know how useful it's going to be when it comes down to these fights unless someone gets close and, oh, the shotgun barrel got spotted. There's 2 players who spam him down. And that means Sergey does fall the round, continuing to go in favor of Team Spirit as they sit with a 4-on-2. And it seems like they've definitely come to the right conclusion about where they want to end this, because they are going to be running onto a completely open A-bomb site. And at that aerial, and Alexi B likely to just save. UMP and an op, definitely they'd want to just carry those 2 weapons over. X7 on 3,000 if they wanted, they could maybe scrape out a buy in the next round, but I feel like with the lead they have, they probably will be just willing to take that eco and see what they can get done with the 2 weapons they currently have, which actually has been upgraded from that UMP to an AK. Ariel able to go ahead and push down Banana and find that pretty much for free. That one, of course, hanging nearby. Team Spirit wanted to make sure they went together and closed out the round. Yeah, it looks like they will save both weapons at least. Team Spirit, of course, they'd want to try and build up some money for themselves, so they aren't really looking to hunt it down. As we can see, because of that, all 4 weapons are going to be carried over by Team Spirit as well. So they'll build up a little bit of money. They'll have to drop over the chopper, reinvest into the utility, of course, onto the majority of players, bar Coldy, who does have a full set of utility still. So the money doesn't really build up too much, and it seems like Ence are actually considering this force buy. Yeah, the op's been dropped over to Alu. Alexi B going to come in with an MP9. There's an AUG for X7, an auto shot E for Sergey. And it's a decent buy overall, but definitely not perfect. Firepower-wise, a little bit of limitation, and also utility-wise, it probably also could be a bit stronger.
Yeah, Kurt certainly could be looking a little bit better for Ence right now, but look, they've still got a lot of potential. Does some damage there with the auto shotty to start it off. Ariel's very unlucky getting spammed down by that kid for 90 HP. Returns the kill though. Sumda Young loses out the battle. 1 HP left on Ariel as Ops control is maintained by Ence, and now they're just going to back off, play passive on Ence. A 4v3, a man advantage that they want to maintain. They need to keep Ariel alive to do that. So he's probably going to just play from the pit. Graveyard, actually. Just going to stay there, hidden. Can't really afford to take any more fights with health like that. And now, look, as Team Spirit get the bomb, they're going to focus their attention towards the B bomb site. Ence at the strongest defense. They've got Alexi B up close, full HP, backed up by X7 on the same angle. We saw Ence shut Team Spirit down when they tried this hold. Let's see exactly what Spirit can do on the offensive here. With Coldy already low, it's mainly soft pick and Chopperish. Chopperish gets lit down very low as well. 1 HP remaining. Nades going through. Molotovs are very dangerous. 8 seconds on the clock. The bomb plant is not going to go down as Chopperish is eliminated. 4 seconds, 3, no time. They have to get the kills. And they're not going to manage. Ence have walked away with another round. And if they can take away a couple of these weapons... No, they don't want to. They want to just hide. The Team Spirit coming into this, no extra money on Sophic or Coldy. They're probably going to go for the full buy with weapons being dropped over. Ence not looking too good either, I suppose. But they've been in worse situations and come out on with 13-6 now. The advantage builds further for Ence.
Yeah, and Alu already finding the kill to open this round up as well. Chopper goes down. This is very dangerous. He hangs around. He did have some help from Sergey, but he took a while to actually get in position, so that could have been dangerous, but it doesn't matter. Keeps taking the fight. I thought he found the last on the Sumda Young as well, but Sergey finished him off before the shot could actually be connected and rang off out of the AWP, of course. So 14-6. Ence getting ever so close to the map point. That finish line, it's in sight. And it looks like they probably will find it pretty easily, as we see Team Spirit averaging just around $2,000. A bit of investment comes in, a couple upgraded P250s, as Zeus fried his balance, which is a strange investment on the T side. But I guess with the fact that Ence have been getting so aggressive in towards the apartment specifically, it could be somewhat useful. What is the plan for Team Spirit in this round is the question. They would like to find a bomb plant. NA nade. Not too bad. Doesn't do any damage, luckily enough. They're able to escape from it. But yeah, it should be a pretty tough round for Team Spirit to really find anything at all. Although Alu up close on long, that's very dangerous with the op, especially when you know that you're likely up against a weaker investment. Whether they did force buy up or not, they wouldn't have had rifles. They would have likely just been on the pistols. And they're the encounters that Team Spirit would have been looking for. You can say they get an M4 and an op out of that exchange on mid.
Very good trade-offs for these guys. Sotfic making sure there's nobody towards the balcony. The problem is, as they push out, with Sotfic being so low, if Sumdai Young doesn't open up this bomb site completely, I think they're going to just go in for the save. With the AWP, they can get a buy on the rest of the players for the next round. Ariel in a good position, not being checked just yet. They peek him, die, and now Sotfic 28 faces either a UMP or indeed the AK of Alexi B, which found him through the wood, and 15-6. Chances are certainly diminishing right now, as this is looking like a massive win for Ence. Team Spirit have one more buy. They're going to try and make it work here in what could be the final round.
Yeah, this is looking like it may be coming to a close pretty soon. Even if Team Spirit find this, they're going to have such a long road ahead. They need 9 just to take it into overtime, so not going to be easy. Ariel getting aggressive as well. A good chance for the opening kill. He does indeed find it. He had backup either way. And as we see Alu yet again chiming in, he's just peeking down mid every round. They're giving him the freedom to do so. And eventually one kill comes back by Sotfic. But as we can see, he's pretty much instantly traded, leaving Idis Balance as the only man remaining. A 1v4 is what he has to pull off just to keep his team alive and kind of prolong what looks to be the inevitable. And I don't know if that's going to be allowed. Sure, he makes his way onto the A bomb site, which may give freedom for the bomb plant to at least go down. But with 4 players still alive for Ence, as long as they work together, they should be able to pretty efficiently trade it. And actually, he's looking to maybe try and wrap it around through CT spawn. That could be somewhat dangerous, but you can see Alu is now actually being somewhat cautious. He has a bit of an inkling about what could be happening. He knows they gave up that A bomb site, and that since they have the mid control, there's not many places he can be. Sure, Alu goes down, but a quick rotation can come in. As we can see, X7 making his way up Banana. They actually leave Ariel on A in case he makes his way back, which is what he is considering as he comes back through Arch.
All alone. It's not where Idis Balance wants to be, but coming towards the A bomb site certainly puts him in a bit of a positive situation. There's only one player there, but hold on. He's rotating all the way around to Banana. 16 sec. He has to take this fight. There's going to be a second on the Sergey as well. They haven't heard him coming up. X7 does a little bit of damage, but it's not enough. 8 seconds left. Flashbang down. No smoke for the cross. He's going to be caught out, and a headshot connected. And that will close the game out. It is 16-6. Ence with a beautiful win here. I think they certainly recovered things very well. I mean, Spirit had just a terrible first half, and the thing is, it's just so hard to make a comeback work in that kind of situation when you're so heavily disadvantaged coming into your T side of Inferno.
Yeah, very tough indeed. It was an admirable attempt, rather, at the comeback there, of course, from Team Spirit, but Ence definitely the stronger team today, and they do go ahead and take themselves the victory. So they looked good. They were able to take one against VP earlier on. That's 2 wins for them in the day. And of course, that is the end of our coverage for tonight, guys. We are going to be calling it a night after, of course, we went through, I believe it was 4 maps. So there was definitely a lot of interest in CS for you guys to catch up on if you did join in late. But we're going to go ahead and end it there, guys. Make sure you do pop in, as I believe we will have streams this day next week, Monday next week, I think, as well as another day, usually a Tuesday. And yeah, there's just loads and loads of CS for you guys to catch up on all the time.